All right, so let's talk about some baseball, shall we? Figured I wanted to do a stream just talking about baseball. Yes, I have a Spurs picture, but that's gonna stay. Um, I'm not gonna get into my predictions too much. The only thing I am spoiling is the Atlanta Braves are my pick to win the World Series. So I'm picking the Braves to win it all. I think this is gonna be. I think the Braves are gonna have the best team in the MLB. They have a good lineup with Ronald Acuna, who I'm banking on to win the MVP. Vaughn Grissom, who's very good. Michael Harris, who had a phenomenal rookie season, and they already locked him up. They locked up all their young stars, so they're gonna be really good for a while. There's a good possibility the Atlanta Braves are gonna be a dynasty. Very good possibility they're gonna be a dynasty. They have Austin Riley at third. They have Matt Olson at first. They traded for Sean Murphy, which is a sneaky good move for the Braves. And they have Ozzy Albies at second. I don't know who their left fielder is, but they're still a great team. They're still they still have a great team, probably the best team in baseball. It's them, the Dodgers, and the Astros. Those are the three best teams in baseball. As for the Astros, there's nobody that can beat them in the AL except for maybe New York, but New York is a few pieces away from actually becoming the team they're supposed to be. New York is like two pieces away, maybe three, from actually being what they're supposed to be. Even though Aaron Boone is a fraud, we all know Aaron Boone is a fraud, but he's on the hot seat. Aaron Boone is going to manage for his job, and I think he's going to be pressured into having a great season again and actually getting far in the playoffs. Whereas I'm like going to the ALCS and losing to the Astros again. But dude, they need to beat the Astros. They need to beat the Astros, or else they're not going to be out of the AL. I'm expecting. I think the Braves are going to win 109. Dodgers? Dodgers? Because if so, then no, you're not tanking. No, the Dodgers ain't tanking. It's the Cowboys. Hell no, anyway. Cowboys are going to win that division next year. But this isn't about football. I swear to God, if it's the Dodgers, then what the fuck are they on? Dodgers are still the second best team in baseball, behind the Braves. I think they're better than the Astros on paper. They have a better pitching rotation because all the Astros have now is McCullers because Framber Valdez is a fraud. I don't give a fuck. Framber Valdez is a fraud. Framber Valdez is a fraud. I don't care. He's a fraud. Dude has sticky shit on him. He's on some sticky stuff. He's on some sticky stuff. That's why I say Framber Valdez is a fraud. He's on sticky stuff. He's a fraud. Literally, see the World Series. He got his hand stuck to his jersey. I'm like, okay, he's on some sticky shit. He's definitely on some sticky shit. And well, they had an illegal bat. But anyways, Braves and Dodgers are the two best teams. The Astros are third, Yankees are fourth, Mets are fifth. And if you want to go sixth, it's the Phillies. I agree with you because they have no pitching. That clubhouse is going to be so fucked up with Tatis and Machado, two egos. But I'm already saying this. Atlanta's going to win the World Series next year. And my World Series MVP is going to be Matt Olson. Matt Olson is my pick to win World Series MVP because I think the Braves are going to win the World Series. Now, the entire MLB is so lucky Atlanta did not get Jacob deGrom. They're so lucky Jacob deGrom is not an Atlanta Brave. Because if he was, then literally nobody is beating them. Literally nobody is beating the Braves if they got Jacob deGrom. The only issue really with Jacob deGrom, injury prone. He's really injury prone. But that's really not that bad of a problem. Literally, nobody would beat the Braves if they get Jacob deGrom in the playoffs. Nobody would. A fully healthy deGrom with Max Fried, Spencer Strider, and some other guys, and that lineup they got already, all they really need is a bullpen. Vaughn Grissom, who looks really fucking good. Oh no, the Reds. They didn't add anything. Neither did the Rays. We added the one thing we did not even need, a fucking arm. So yeah, we're going 52 and 110 this year. We're winning 52 games. We're winning 52 games this year. We're gonna tank. The Rays are gonna tank. At most, this team is getting 69 wins. 69 wins will be the most we get. If you're going 70 or 80, you're being generous and high. There's no way this team is winning 70 to 80 games again. No way. Not with this roster. We didn't fire a coach. We didn't fire Eric Neander, and he needs to be fired. He's whiffed on so many trades. No, it's going to be the Reds. It will be the Reds. The Reds are winning like 40-something games. It'll be Cincinnati, Anaheim, Tampa Bay, Chicago, the White Sox, that is. Dude, the White Sox, they fell off. Okay, Giolito's a fraud. Okay, Giolito's a fraud. Giolito's proven to be a fraud. He's a cheater. Literally ain't shit without sticky stuff. You got next. Then all you have is Dylan Cease. Lance Lynn, who is washed. I'm going to say he's washed because he's going to suck this year. Their hitting sucks. Okay, you're being way too harsh with the Reds dash sheet. The Reds you'll win 40. I have you winning 45 games. 45 games is enough. I'd say 45 games for the Reds is fair. 30 is harsh. Reds, Rays, and Angels are going to be the worst teams. Angels, 100% Angels. Art Moreno is still their owner. They have a bad manager. They have a bad team outside of Trout and Ohtani. By the way, guys, Ohtani will get traded. Ohtani will get traded. They're going to want to get something in return for Ohtani because they know Ohtani. There's no way Ohtani's staying. There's no way in hell Ohtani's staying in Anaheim. So they're going to trade him to the Dodgers, get some value for him. They're going to be worse than Oakland. I'm telling y'all, they'll be worse than Oakland. Anaheim, the guys they brought in are not going to work out well. Brandon Drury is just going to be Anthony Rendon 2.0, except he's not going to be injury prone. He's just going to suck. But again, Brandon Drury is very hit or miss. They're going to get Tyler Anderson is going to stink. Like Noah Syndergaard was horrible in Anaheim. Noah Syndergaard looked like he's washed. Now he went to the Dodgers. And guess what? The Dodgers have probably the second best pitching coach in baseball named Mark Prior. He's able to turn guys around. Like, look at what he did with Andrew Heaney. And look at what he did with Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson stunk. Then he went to the Dodgers and actually became decent. And like, it's really about coaching. The Angels do not have it. The Angels don't have the coaching. If they did, they'd be much better. If they had a better owner, they'd be much better. They'd actually be a playoff team. But no, they don't have the coaching. They don't have an owner. The Angels are going to be the worst team in that division. And they'll be one of the worst teams in baseball. The Reds will be the worst team. The Rays are not far behind the Reds. The Rays are going to be a 52-win team. Because guess what? I know what's going to happen. The same shit's going to happen last year, except it's going to be on a worse scale because we play the entire MLB We got to play. Where last year we lucked out. We had only had to deal with the NL Central. The only real good team in that division was the Cardinals. Then we had to deal with, and we played the two worst divisions in the league. There's no way this team is going to do shit next year. Whereas next year, we have to play the whole entire league. The A's have to play the six best teams in the entire league. That is the Braves, the Dodgers, the Astros, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Phillies. And if you want to count the Blue Jays, A's 7. This team is going to suck. We're winning 52 games. Kevin Cash is on the hot seat. He's going to get canned after this year. He's going to get canned. That's too fair for Anaheim. They're going to be horrible. They're not okay. They suck. Literally, it's just Trout and Ohtani, and it's really just going to be Trout because Ohtani is going to leave. Ohtani is not going to stay there. He will not stay in Anaheim. He will be a Dodger. Mark my words. He's going to be a Dodger.